All right, we're watching a major sell-off continue in the stock markets as the S&P now officially in bear territory. Let's look at the equities. Dow is where we'll start, and big losses again this morning as they're now expanded. One of the things we're watching from Wall Street this week, earnings starting to come out earnings season. So we'll get earnings from banks this week and some other big caps, and that all happens between now and Friday. I think Wednesday is the biggest day for that, but we'll keep an eye on that. Plus, we have a handful of reports coming out that could affect the markets. On the ag side, we do have some reports coming out on Thursday, a WASDE report, a crop production report, and an export sales report. Corn starts the morning down 443 3/4. Soybeans are down 2 1/4 at 982 as we open up. Wheat market is in higher territory. July, this is Chicago at 551, up 8 1/4 for hard red. 7 1/2 higher, 577 1/2. Spring wheat, about a 5 1/2 cent gain, 636. That's the December. And then the cotton market. Cotton is higher as well. The old crop at 64.55 is up 119. Maybe a little overdone on the sell-off last week. December 66.98. That's up 82. All right, Tommy Grisafi's with us. Tommy's with Nesvick Trading. What are you watching here this morning, and can you keep your eye on just one screen?
I did. Well, that's funny you mentioned the screens. I have a really nice setup, but it was kind of half taken apart. So I spent Saturday putting all my setup back together, and we're in the bunker down here, as Scotty likes to say, in my mom's basement. But I'm watching 8 screens, and they're all moving like Edward Scissorhands. You remember the movie? And the whole world markets are digesting. So if you said what's going on, the world markets are digesting to what not many people took serious. We had all heard the news, but we hear a lot of things out of D.C. and they say don't listen to what they say, listen to what they do. And in this case, they did it. So the markets are just absolutely in a free fall. But the bright optimism I have on this first segment is that grains are the shining star in this. There's not a hog in the world or a chicken that knows who President Trump is or what a tariff is. So animals need to eat. And when the market gets sold off, in particular, when grains sell off hard for the wrong reasons, people who are pretty smart have been coming in here and buying it. Not to mention, thoughts and prayers to all these people. Tony, just how bad is the flooding in Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, the whole Delta, Georgia? For what I'm seeing on Twitter, Missouri, there's some real problems, and that does not lead to planting a record corn crop.
Absolutely. You mentioned that animals have no idea who the president is. I want to go to the gold market for just a moment. Gold down 3.6% here over the last 5 trading sessions, still in positive territory for the year, but look at that. We're now down below 3,000. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, saying over the weekend that gold is agnostic. It's not Republican. It's not Democratic. It doesn't belong U.S., EU. It doesn't matter. And he said that's the really interesting thing about gold is just gold at the end of the day. And he said, keep an eye on the gold market. So we're watching that move in lower territory. Silver market as well is moving higher. So gold lower, silver higher. And what does this mean for the cattle market? Well, how about we take a break? We'll come back in a moment. We'll pick up live cattle, feeder cattle, hogs. Market day report continues in a moment. $9.75. That will be the limit today for live cattle. So can't rally more than $9.75. Can't lose more than $9.75 on any contract here. Again, those are expanded limits based upon the limit moves on Friday. So where are we? We're in the red still. down $2.30, make it $2.27 now in the April. A lot of action right now in the livestock markets. The June at $196.15, $196.20 now, down $2. You know, they still make $2 bills, by the way. April feeders, $1.92 lower, $277.50. The May at $272.02, down $2.85 for the feeders. Expanded limit $12.25, and the expanded limits now for hogs $6. But we're seeing April and May contracts higher. The June at $91.20 is down 27. Again, you're seeing a lot of action right now in the livestock markets. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading. Tommy, what are you watching?
Well, we're digesting the open. On the open, think of where the stock market was when cattle closed. Dow Jones was down about 1,500 on Friday when the cattle market closed down 2,200, just another 1,500. So Dow Jones is 2,000 lower than when cattle closed. We sold the open, we gapped lower, we hit sell stops. Real buying has come in since we went on commercial break. I'm looking at my tickets live here at CME Group. Live cattle all the months on the highs, still down $1.50, $2. Feeders coming back. This is adult swim only. We've talked about this on the show forever about getting sold, getting protected, LRP, puts, rolling up puts. Sound like a broken record. Don't need to be a preacher, but we knew that there could be a scenario when markets are at record highs that one day you come in and we have a gap open lower. That's it. I love the way the market's digesting the news. The fundamentals are solid. They actually could be even more bullish if we're not exporting beef in from Australia. A lot of moving parts. You need to work with an expert, and none of us are experts on what's going on. So good luck to everyone out there.
All right, Tommy, thanks for popping in. Let's jump over to energy markets. West Texas Intermediate is in the red.